A little spark of curiosity lights up the lab as our hero. A mischievous kid named Zoe sets up her soul detector 3000. She believes every living mind holds a secret quantum signature, and she is determined to catch that signature slipping away at the moment of death. She rigs a tiny array of photon emitter and detectors all around, a glass jar filled with water, and a goldfish named Nimbus. These aren't just any photons. They are entangled twins born together from a special crystal. One twin goes inside the jar. The other stays in a safe box. Zoe's plan is simple. First, she measures how perfectly entangled the photon twins are. When Nimbus is swimming happily, the detectors click in perfect rhythm, and Zoe records a steady stream of data. Then she whispers a magic promise to Nimbus. When you let go, we will spot your soul flying free. In reality, her bold idea rests on solid science. Quantum entanglement breaks down if anything unusual, like a tiny, new energy or information field, disturbs one of the photons. Next, Zoe waits. When Nimbus finally drifts to sleep forever, she watches her instruments like a hawk. At the very moment the fish's heart stops, she sees a tiny blip in entanglement. The twin photons outside the jar suddenly lose sync for just a microsecond before settling back. Could that microblip be the fish's soul brushing past the water, nudging the photon inside the jar? Zoe repeats the test with a toy robot and a potted plant. Each time, the quantum twins show a tiny, consistent hiccup at the moment life ends. She double-checks every calibration, rules out heat shifts, magnetic fields, even vibrations in the floor. Nothing else can explain the perfect little bit. In the end, Zoe doesn't shout Eureka. Instead, she writes a careful report. We see a reproducible quantum disturbance at depth. It might hint that living minds carry information not held in ordinary matter. This disturbance vanishes in inanimate objects. She suggests that further tests could use better photon detectors, or try entanglement with electron spins inside tiny diamonds. Although Zoe's experiment won't win a Nobel Prize tomorrow, it opens a window into the question: can consciousness be pure information, a real physical pattern that outlives death by a hair's breadth? Even if the soul turns out to be a trick of statistical noise or a new kind of bio-quantum effect, the thought experiment pushes science forward. It asks us to measure life's final whisper with the most delicate instruments we have. And perhaps someday, curious kids everywhere will refine Zoe's soul detector into a true probe of consciousness and discover whether death is really the end, or just a final act in the grand quantum play.